Think about the last time you walked into a supermarket. You passed through the automatic sliding doors, grabbed a cart, and stepped inside. To you, it felt like a mundane errand, a simple trip to buy food. But the moment you crossed that threshold, you didn't enter a store. You stepped inside a highly calibrated psychological trap, a design engineered by data scientists, behavioral psychologists, and sensory engineers. A space where your free will is systematically dismantled, one aisle at a time. And it all begins with what is missing. Look around the perimeter of any modern supermarket. You will find endless walls of bright artificial light. But you will never find a window, and you will never find a clock. This is not an accident or coincidence. It is a deliberate tactical decision known as the Vegas effect, a psychological design strategy meant to keep you mentally trapped in an artificial environment. When you look through a window and see the sun setting or a storm rolling in, your brain registers the passage of time. Your internal clock cues a biological response. It's getting late. It's time to go home. By sealing the environment from the outside world, supermarkets erase the concept of time entirely. Inside these walls, the outside world ceases to exist, leaving only an unchanging environment of artificial light. The longer you stay disoriented, the more you wander. And in retail logistics, every additional minute you spend in the building adds an average of $2 to your final receipt. But the manipulation begins long before you lose track of time. It starts the exact second you walk through the doors. Notice how the entrance is always wide, pristine, and completely uncluttered. Architects call this the decompression zone. If a store hits you with deals and products the moment you step inside, your brain experiences sensory overwhelm. You speed up. You get defensive. The empty lobby is designed to do one thing: lower your heart rate. It coaxes you into a relaxed, passive state, and then it forces you into a grid. Supermarkets are meticulously mapped out into rigid grid patterns or calculated loop layouts. These layouts are designed to reject shortcuts. They subtly force you to walk up and down predetermined pathways, maximizing the number of products that pass through your field of vision. And statistically, 90% of you will automatically turn right. Because 90% of the population is right-handed, we naturally push our carts with our left hand. This leaves your dominant right hand completely free to face the shelves, making it physically effortless to reach out and grab items on impulse. By forcing you counterclockwise, the store ensures your strongest arm is doing all the work, turning the entire layout into a highly efficient, one-way conveyor belt, engineered to maximize your reaching radius. And if you can easily reach something, you are more likely to buy it. The first thing you are forced to walk through is the produce section. Visually, it is an explosion of vibrant greens, deep reds, and rich yellows. But look closer at the ceilings. Those aren't standard fluorescent bulbs. They are highly specialized LED lights equipped with specific color filters. The meat department uses red-tinted spectrums to make pale steaks look freshly cut. The produce section uses hyper-crisp green filters to make slightly aged vegetables look bursting with life. Suddenly you hear an automated hiss echo through the aisle, and a fine mist covers the vegetables. You think it's keeping the food fresh. It isn't. The water actually traps moisture that causes the vegetables to oxidize and rot faster once you get them home. But in the store, that moisture adds literal water weight to the produce, which you pay for by the pound. More importantly, it creates a powerful psychological illusion. Your primitive brain sees water droplets on a plant and instinctively registers it as dew. It signals safety. It signals that something is fresh. You aren't just looking at food, you're looking at a meticulously engineered illusion of freshness designed to justify a premium price and make you buy more. And as you stand there, your nervous system is bombarded by invisible triggers. The scent of freshly baked bread from the back corner, or the savory aroma of rotisserie chicken. These scents aren't contained to the kitchen. Architects deliberately position the exhaust systems of the bakery and rotisserie stations to vent directly into the main shopping aisles. The aromas bypass your conscious mind, triggering primitive hunger centers in your brain. As your body shifts into a state of hunger, listen closely to the music overhead. It is rarely fast. Supermarkets purposefully play slow, rhythmic music with a tempo lower than the human heartbeat. Data shows that slow music unconsciously forces you to slow down your walking pace. And the more time you spend drifting through the aisles, the more items end up in your cart. If you only came into the store for two things, a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread, you are the supermarket's worst enemy. You want efficiency. They want friction. Notice where those two items are always located. The bread is in the back left corner. The dairy is in the back right corner. To get two basic staples, you are forced to walk past thousands of high-margin impulse items. Every single end cap display you pass is an obstacle course for your attention. And notice how those items are grouped. Logisticians call this cross-merchandising. You will find Old Bay seasoning placed directly next to the fresh fish counter. You'll find chip dip hanging off the shelf in the chip aisle. By grouping items that serve a single mental recipe, the store creates a need in your brain. You didn't know you wanted it until they paired it for you. Let's head to the cereal aisle. The adult health cereals are placed at adult eye level. Now look down. Look at the lower shelves. But the bright neon-colored cereal boxes featuring cartoon characters are placed precisely 2 to 3 feet off the ground. They are engineered at the exact eye level of a child sitting in a shopping cart. The cartoon characters on those boxes are even drawn looking slightly downward, making direct eye contact with your toddler. The store isn't just selling to you, they are selling to your children as well, so you make an impulse buy on their behalf. As you reach the end of the aisle, you encounter a small table. A smiling worker offers you a free sample, a tiny cube of cheese, or a splash of juice, sometimes even wine. You think it's a generous gift. It is actually a highly effective psychological weapon. Behavioral economists call this the zero price effect. When an item costs $0, your brain stops evaluating its actual value and triggers a massive hit of dopamine. That tiny taste of food essentially wakes up your digestive system, tricking your brain into thinking a full meal is coming, which instantly makes you hungrier as you look around the rest of the store. But the real trap is social. Human psychology is governed by the law of reciprocity. When someone gives us something for free, our evolutionary biology creates a profound, subconscious feeling of guilt. We feel an intense social pressure to give something back. To ease that subconscious guilt, you look at the smiling worker, reach down, and place a full-priced box of that product into your cart. You didn't buy the food because you wanted it. You bought it to pay off a psychological debt. And as you wander deeper into the store, pay attention to the floor beneath your feet. In the most expensive sections, like the high-end wine aisle, the specialty cheese islands, or the gourmet organic displays, the floor tiles will often subtly change. They become smaller or slightly textured. As your cart rolls over them, the wheels begin to spin and click faster, creating a rapid, rhythmic clack, clack, clack. Subconsciously, your brain misinterprets the sound. It assumes you are rushing through the aisle way too fast. To compensate, your muscles naturally relax, your walking pace drops, and you slow down to a crawl, exactly where the highest margin luxury items are waiting at eye level. By the time you finally reach the checkout lanes, your brain is suffering from what psychologists call decision fatigue. For 45 minutes, your mind has made thousands of micro-calculations, draining your willpower. And right there, at the exit, the design tightens. They aren't done influencing you. The checkout lanes are deliberately narrow, barely wide enough for your cart. This prevents you from abandoning items you change your mind about. There is physically nowhere to put them down without facing the social embarrassment of handing them to the cashier. You place your items on the black conveyor belt. The simulation is complete. You think you chose what to buy today. But the truth is, your path was mapped out months ago in a corporate boardroom. You didn't navigate the supermarket. The supermarket navigated you. If you want to support this channel so we can keep uncovering these hidden worlds, consider taking a piece of the night home with you. Our official collection is available now at the first link below. And if you're a creator, an entrepreneur, or a business owner, and you appreciate this specific eye for detail, let's work together. At the second link, you can grab our free Business Audit Checklist. Or you can book a personalized business audit with us, and we also have videography available in select areas. Everything you need is in the description. Sleep well.